Chapter 6, Be Whoever You Want, Monday, August 24th. On my walk home, I call Chloe. I actually have to look up her number. I can't remember if it ends in 62 or 26. Usually, I'd be able to find her in my recent calls, but I haven't talked to her for I'm not sure how long. I'd worried she was forgetting me, but maybe I'm forgetting her. Hey, Chloe answers. It's me, then I add Piper, in case there's another me in her life now. Which is silly. Chloe and I have been best friends since 3rd grade. Just because I now live a few hours away doesn't change that. The only reason we've been texting and talking less is we've both been busy. It's no different from the year her grandma paid her to go to camp, where she had the kind of summer the kids in books always did, swimming in a lake, sleeping in a cabin filled with bunk beds. So what was the first day of school like without me? The sun is a warm hand on my back. I put a fingernail between my teeth, then snatch it out. Nibbling my nails is a bad habit I want to break. I wait for Chloe to say, everybody asked where you were, but instead she starts talking about who dyed their hair, who's gotten muscle, whose social media blew up, and this one girl who got pregnant. I find myself having a hard time conjuring all these people in my mind's eye. This summer, a few kids from school stopped by the Over Easy. They ordered lattes to wake themselves up, or French toast to absorb the alcohol still sloshing around in their systems. But most of our regulars were truckers and older folks who had no interest in lattes, just coffee poured from a pot. They came in for the 4 egg omelets, the hash browns, and the pie. On the bus home from work, dressed in our matching white polos and pink skirts, my mom and I used to have fun discussing the customers. The memory makes me blink back tears. Did anybody ask about me? I finally asked Chloe as I unlocked the door to an empty house. My dad and Gretchen are at work. The kids are at their after-school program. I'd been worried I might be expected to babysit, but it seemed like I was the only one who thought about how much money they could save by canceling my half-sibs enrichment program, a continuation of the summer that's been filled with day camps featuring archery, potting, painting, and horseback riding. Oh, a lot of people did, Chloe says, but I can hear she's not telling the truth. It's like everyone's forgetting me, including me. Besides, why care about them? At your new school, you can be whoever you want. You can be the pretty one, the popular one, the partier. All those options sound kind of shallow, I object, heading for the kitchen. Okay, then be the unique one, the artist, the mathlete, although it's probably too late to be a band geek, especially since I don't play an instrument. We both laughed, thinking about the recorders we all got in 3rd grade, the closest to band or orchestra our low-income elementary school got. We drove our moms insane with our constant tootling. Is your new school much different? She asks. I take a slice of processed cheese from the fridge. Since Gretchen bought it, the label claims it's organic, colored with carrots and made with non-GMO milk. They have a lot more electives. I guess the parents fundraise for them. Some cars in the student parking lot are nicer than the teachers' cars. I unwrap the plastic, fold the slice in half, and take a bite. And Dad and Gretchen have so much money. They spend it without thinking about it. It's obscene considering how my mom had to live. Chloe says, but when your dad used to come visit, didn't you say he always wanted to buy you things, but your mom told you to say no? Sometimes there are downsides having been friends for so long. After taking another cheese square, I used my hip to close the fridge door. Yeah, but it was important to my mom that he didn't think of us as poor. But don't worry, I'm making up for lost time. He bought me a new iPhone, and while we were in the Apple store, he insisted I get a new laptop. I devoured the second slice of cheese. Whoa, sweet. There's not a trace of jealousy in Chloe's voice. It'll be useful for one thing that's definitely different at this school. We have to do a senior passion project that lasts the whole year. I bury the cheese wrappers in the stainless steel garbage can. What are you going to do? Chloe asks. I'm going to make a podcast like Dead, Deader, and Deadest about this old unsolved murder. A girl our age who died 17 years ago. I sketch out who Layla was and what happened to her. As I do, a prickle runs down my spine. Her story fascinates me. It's exactly like something Kelly McBain would talk about. But in the middle of detailing how Layla was murdered, I realized Chloe's murmurs of agreement have dropped to almost nothing. I interrupt myself. I forgot to ask. Did I call you at a bad time? Not really. It's just that right now I'm hanging out with Redmond. Redmond Strickland? Redmond is at least 3 inches shorter than Chloe. He grew like 5 inches this summer. We've kind of been spending some time together lately. It's like she punched me in the stomach. Her getting a boyfriend is a big deal, but she didn't think it was important enough to tell. When I say maybe I should go, Chloe doesn't even argue. I put my phone in my pocket, pushing away thoughts of our distance. Instead, I think about Chloe's advice. At North, I can be whatever I want to be. I don't have to be that poor girl. Did you hear about her mom? I can be the girl who has her own podcast.